Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 4, Episode 4. So before I get started, you guys are getting the real relaxed Roxanne today. It is a holiday. Happy Memorial Day to all of our armed forces personnel out there, whatever branch of the military that you serve, and whatever you do to protect us and our freedoms, we appreciate you all. I certainly appreciate the fact that we are off today. So thankful for that. When you work for the government, that is one of the blessings. And so I'm chilling today. We about to, we had a whole bunch of barbecued meat left from Jada's graduation party. So we froze it and we about to thaw that shit out today. I told my husband we can just make a few sides, get potato salad, you know, corn on the cob, and let that be that. So it's gonna be a real relaxed day. Yeah, like I said, real relaxed Roxanne, edges not laid. I'm gonna go get my nails done and I'm gonna be back right on tomorrow, okay? But anyway, with all that being said, you guys, the review, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the next day after Uncle Lump's Stone Cold Groove, we find out that Ashley and Michael, of course, as well as Robin, Candiace, and Chris, they all stayed after the general party left and they continued on. And it was the turn up for real. All right. Very much so the next day, Ashley and Michael are kind of awkward. It's almost like they don't know how to be in front of the camera people. It's just strange the way they're behaving in front of the camera. Or was I reading into it too much? Now we see Candiace and she says that, yeah, she did way too much. Okay, she calls Robin and Robin was just like, yeah, I drank too much. There's no excuse for it. Okay, but she was having a good ass time. You guys know how shots go. Once you get one shot, you just can't stop. They did tell us that they each remembered Michael saying, yeah, he would suck somebody's dick. I am putting my vote in as Juan because we all know that Michael wanted to slip him the D. They're not saying who it is, but the way that Candiace says to us, she's not going to say anything to Robin, and Robin is saying that she'll just going to conveniently forget it. I believe that it is Juan who he said. But they don't discuss it in between the two of them. So they both decided that they're just going to act like it never happened, which you guys know never happens on these shows. So it'll turn up again. Back at the house, Michael asked Ashley, you know, exactly what happened the night before. You know, Ashley kind of gets to hemming and hawing and everything. Bitch, you remember. But you know, it's convenient to forget. But we gonna put that on the back burner for now. Let's get on with the rest of the show. Now we see Gizelle and she's journaling. She said that she used to journal a long time ago and now Dr. Ken has assigned her the task of putting down her feelings, getting more in contact and into her emotions, in touch with us. In contact. You calling them, girl? She's trying to get in touch with her emotions and everything. So she's writing down, you know, all of what she wants in a man, you know, being reflective and whatnot. And all this is supposed to help her get over Sherman. She tells her girls that she's going to go to New Orleans of all things, okay? I think we have heard that she's from New Orleans. She wasn't born there, but she was, I guess, raised there. Her dad is there, and she is going back home for his 80th birthday, okay? Again, connecting. This is all about being in contact with her feelings. So, you know, she tells the girls that she's going to go to a plantation, Whitney Plantation. That's where her family were slaves. And, you know, just kind of want to get the feel for the place. And, you know, she decided that she's going to take the girls because the girls are always complaining that they don't know Gizelle. I know Gizelle. We know you very well. I don't know why you thought we didn't, but okay, we'll play along. So she's going to have the girls go so they can find out more about her and her heritage. Now, she tells the girls, you guys do know that Sherman and I have decided to call it quits. And the girls are disappointed because they know that when their mama is with Sherman, or with any man, if you ask me, they are just like, you need to be with somebody because you are way more pleasant, okay? You don't feel like we're annoying when you're with a man. You know, when you're with a man, everything is just sort of like, oh those girls. And I was laughing because, you know, Gizelle is looking like, don't say this in front of the camera. You know, I have to keep my exterior, you know. She says that she's disappointed that the girls actually see her that way. I was like, what's wrong with, you know, wanting a man? Ain't nobody said that you had to have a man, okay? But listen, ain't nothing wrong with a little D in your life. And if you could figure out a way to get that in there and have yourself a good time, and even if you ain't got to be tied down to it, what is the fucking problem? But, you know, she got to stay like she just this strong, hard woman. I mean, you know, that's Gizelle. And like I said, she's got this exterior. So she doesn't want them to see it that way. So now she has to prove to them that she doesn't need a man. Okay. So there is this event out there in the Potomac area called the Ubiquitous event, and this event was actually responsible for helping her get her brand Every Hue into Target. So it's important to her, and she wants her girls to come there so they can see her being this boss bitch and all of that. Seems she's also invited Karen down. This is a jump from their last conversation, but I guess they're testing out this new friendship, right? Karen shows up. She looks good. Okay, Gizelle was like, is that a jumpsuit? I said, of course it is. Isn't that all that Karen wears? Honey, Karen is going to show off that body one way or the other, but she actually looked really nice.
Last year, Gizelle was a hot-ass mess, but she's invited me to Ubiquitous. 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 I can't say it. And we are in a good place.
Gizelle is happy that she's there, and so is Karen. So Gizelle is telling her about this trip to New Orleans, and Karen is not sure if she should go. You know, her dad just died. It hasn't even been 60 days, and she's just not sure if it's the right time. And Gizelle was like, you know, you're your friends. We love you. We want you to come. We're going to have a good time. Okay, so maybe this might be just what Karen needs. Now, up walks this woman. Oh, I can't think of her name. But anyway, she was the woman that helped Gizelle get her brand Every Hue into Target. So Karen is introduced to her by Gizelle, you know, and she tells the lady that Karen has a perfume that she's about to get off the ground. So then, of course, the woman, because this is what she does, she's asking Karen all these questions like, oh, okay, so what is it? And Karen says it's her perfume. And she says, okay, and what is the price point? And she was just like, oh, I am so impressed that you do this. Okay, it's $79.99, and then the rollerball is $19.99. This is great. Karen is real impressed. Okay, the lady is asking her all of these questions, and you know, Karen is saying, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be a whole line. It's like stuff for the home and all of that. You know,
Gizelle knows all about it."
Gizelle was like, "A lie, don't care who tell it shit." Gizelle been asking her for 2 years about this damn perfume, and Karen has been mums the word. I don't understand why Gizelle is so shocked that Karen hasn't told her anything. But you know, Gizelle loved to be mad at something. She always finding something to be fucking annoyed about. So this is just that time. It ain't like their friendship has been on track. Did she forget all last season? So she's mad that she shared all of this information with a complete stranger. How dare Karen tell her business to somebody other than Gizelle? Gizelle says, maybe we aren't friends. I said, yeah, maybe you aren't. Now, speaking of Karen, we see Karen, you know, she is at the dentist and she's waiting for somebody to come and join her. It's Candiace. And Candiace is there to support her because, you know, Karen is just like, girl, I am a nervous bundle of energy. Candiace was like, well, what are you getting done? And she was just like, just a little crown work, but you know, I hate needles. Yeah, Candiace is there to help her through. And while she's there, she's telling Candiace how she's friends with Gizelle again. And, you know, Gizelle even invited her to New Orleans. Candiace was like, oh, really? And how do you feel about that?
Well, I had my reservations because I am still walking through the grief. But I feel like some of the clouds are lifting again.
And Karen feels like, damn it, you know, maybe it is time for me to actually have a good time. She knows the whole time she's going to be there, she's going to be drunk. Oh, speaking of drunk, Candiace says, man, we got a little too lit at Ashley and Michael's little party the other day. Karen is just like, well, I thought she's trying to get pregnant. Let me just ask a question. Okay, because, you know, this newfound medications and shit, maybe nigga just ain't up on game. I need y'all to help me out a little bit. But since when can't you drink when you're trying to get pregnant? Fuck, I think I was drunk when I got pregnant with Joe and Jayla. For sure with Joe. But I'm just like, what exactly is... I mean, I understand you trying to change your whole lifestyle habits to just be a healthier vessel for your child. But I think that you saying that you can't drink and you can't do all of this is just bringing more focus to the fact that, bitch, you still drinking. Okay, so which is it? So it's just like, why are you putting yourself under all this extra stress when you could just drink a little bit here and there and then, commence to trying to get it together? Anyway, they're just talking about the fact that if she's trying to get pregnant, then maybe she needs to put the bottle down. Okay, of course, at the back of Candiace's mind is still Michael saying that he want to suck one dick, but, she ain't saying nothing about that. So anyway, we sit down in the doctor's chair. Of course, just because it's Bravo, they let the cameras be in there because, them dentists be like, no cameras, nobody. I mean, they don't even want you to have your own fucking camera sometimes. But, she's underneath, she's all, Karen, she's just extra. And then afterwards, Candiace is driving her home. She's asking her how she feels. Karen says she don't feel anything. And she says, well, you know what? You need to take this old nitrous oxide with you to, is it nitrous oxide? I'm saying the thing wrong. Yeah, I think that's what it is. She was like, you need to take that with you to New Orleans, okay, so you can deal with Ashley. And Karen was just like, Ashley who? I don't know an Ashley. Now, Candiace takes it on home, and, it's probably time for her to sit down and talk to old Evil D, okay, her mama. And, she took it on back to Atlanta right after the wedding, so Candiace hasn't spoken to her since. So she calls her on FaceTime on her computer. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Okay, Evil Dot is doing okay. All right, she asked her, well, Mom, was the wedding all that you wanted? Okay, now it's Candiace's wedding. Is it all that the mama wanted? That should tell you something right there. Evil D says, well, I think it's pretty much what we thought it was. Yeah, so I think I was pleased with it. Okay, good. Because we couldn't have the mama be upset with her daughter's wedding, now could we? So Candiace wants to talk to her about boundaries. Setting a boundary that now that she's a married woman, that you will respect her, and that means that you won't threaten her with selling of the condo or the townhome that they live in, that all three of them share rent with, which I also, maybe that's the truth, but it just makes me kind of raise an eyebrow and be like, okay, so you guys are splitting it three ways. It seems like it would be more the mom is paying her part and he's paying his part. And like I said, now that she has a salary from the show, then the mom doesn't have to pay her part anymore. Okay, before she got on the show, she didn't have money like that to be paying her half. So that's kind of just how I feel like it's been, but that's not the way they've explained it. They say that they split it three ways. Fine. She wants to have her mom not be threatening to kick her out or put her out or sell the place. And she was like, and if you want to sell the place, then that is a conversation that we can have. However, she's trying to get the mom these boundaries, which I can understand, but the mom is just sort of like, well, I mean, you the one needed me. Okay, I ain't really needed you like that. And I was just like, oh girl, this conversation is just, yes, it would be really cool if your mom would respect you a little bit more, but it is so hard for a parent to get out of that parenting mode when they are financially taking care of you as a grown person. They still think of you as their child because they still taking care of you as your child. We done been through this a million times, you guys, so it's really no reason for me to have to keep saying it. She's just trying to tell her mom that, she would just appreciate that she wouldn't do that to her. I just think that it would all be easily handled if she just bought her mom out of the townhome and then let it just be her and Chris. Okay, and then that way your mama can't just show up while you're trying to do it in the living room. So when she's trying to talk to the mom, of course, Evil D is kind of getting into it with her, kind of shooting back, her boundaries as well. And Candiace was like, well, can you just acknowledge what I've said, And it's starting to go in this direction that Candiace doesn't like. She's getting increasingly frustrated. She finally hangs up on her mom. And then she's got the paper towel that she's dotting her eyes and all, and she cries to the producers. This is why she doesn't do it, because her mom is like talking to a fucking wall. Okay, so I guess that conversation didn't go as well as Candiace would have liked. She says she wishes that her relationship with her mom was similar to the one that she has with Karen. Karen and your mama are two totally different people. You will never have that with your mother. Maybe something else that could be good, but not that. And then you guys, we have this little moment where the husbands try to put their wives kind of in place before this trip. So we have Robin. She's at home with Juan. You know, she says that she's trying to make their home. You know, they're not going to be there forever. I said, I beg to differ. She said that, you know, they're not going to be there forever, but she's got to make it comfortable for Juan and the Spawns. So she was like, we going to make sure that her shoes not all over the house and everything. Isn't that nice of old Robin? Anyway, she said she's glad that Juan is stepping up to daddy duty because she's going to be in New Orleans like 4 or 5 days. And you mean to tell me he going to take off from his second job at the grocery store to come and take care of these babies? Oh, look at Juan doing the damn thing for his family. He tells her that while you out there, you know, you need to calm it on down. Because she says, you know, they say if you show your chi-chis to the people, you get beads. And he was just like, I hope you're not going to do that. Okay. And I hope you're not going to be drinking all crazy. Okay. Because Robin tells us when she got home from the party, she got in trouble. You know, she did a little too much at Uncle Lump's party. So she and Juan took care of it. You know, they made sure that, you know, she wasn't in trouble. Oh, girl, you ain't did nothing but took your drunk ass sleep. Juan in there playing PlayStation or some shit. Girl, stop it. Then we also see Ashley. She's trying to pick out her bathing suit. And again, it's real awkward. It's like Michael is trying to fill in like conversation and say strange things. And it's just strange with the two of them right now. She's telling Michael, though, that Gizelle has these rituals, supposedly fertility rituals planned for her. Michael says, well, that's good. Okay. And she was like, is that good? And he was like, yeah, whatever we can do to, you know, all of a sudden Michael is gung-ho on the baby. Okay. Whatever we can do to make sure that, you know, this baby makes it, that's what we need to do. Okay. She's taking her heating pad. Not quite sure it was that heat up the womb or something you're supposed to. Child, y'all put me up on game, y'all. Anyway, Ashley tells us that both Karen and Monique have avoided her like the bubonic plague since last season. She showed her ass. They really don't have any time for Ashley, but she says that they cannot hide from her forever. So she's planning on sitting down and talking with them when they all go to New Orleans. I guess Bravo has made sure that everybody is going to be there. Michael says, well, at least you have something in common with Karen. You guys both like to drink, so you guys go on and have a glass of wine and settle it, but no shots, because you guys know what happens when you have shots. Next thing you know, you want to fuck your co-star. Now it's time for us to be leaving for this trip. Everybody is packing. We see Karen with her hairstylist. And oh, he has done it this time, you guys. He's brought all of the blonde wigs and he done set them up on the table in front of her. Oh my God, you plucked this one to the gods. She's real impressed. But guess what? Karen is thinking braids. And he was just like, yeah, we already, you know, booked and everything. And she was just like, that's why you love me, because I'm so extra. Child, can't nobody get more extra than these braids, but we gonna talk about them in a minute. We see Monique. The kids are cutting up. Okay, before she leaves, she has her brother there. I think is the babysitter, and you know she got to make sure that the kids is listening to the brother and all of that. She says she's 6 months pregnant, and she going out here. She gonna have herself a good time. You already get the feeling that this season Monique don't really give a damn. Like she's pregnant, and she just gonna chill. That's the feeling that I'm getting from Monique this season. If Gizelle want to be in control, she know how to let Gizelle be in control. Fine. Okay, now everybody starts to get to the bus. Child, what the fuck does Gizelle have on? Every time I see Gizelle, now don't be that the clothes is ugly or jacked up or anything, but it's always the combination. First of all, it always seems like it's a little too young for her. But even if it wasn't too young, it's something about the trend of it. Like she needs a new stylist, you guys, because the little outfit that she had on, it was cute, but we had on these white tennis shoes. Okay, then she had on this Gucci scarf that she was so insistent on wearing. It was just like, girl, where did that come in for the rest of the whole outfit that you had on? You'd have done better putting on the baseball cap. And her hair was really cute from what I can tell. It was blonde. It was really, it was just the whole look. I was just like, huh? I'm always bewildered by her look. But anyway, she's hoarse, so she can't really talk all that loudly. Ashley shows up first, and then everybody else starts to get their child. Karen gets there next. And when she walked up with them braids, I was like, what fuck is going on here? Why did they let her get on that screen? Like, who? If that man who had all them wigs that she loved to death let her get on the show with that head looking like that, he needs to be fired. Did you see that one braid that came? I said, look at her trying to hide her edges like me. But it was a wig. I have seen so many great looking wigs, at least on Instagram, where they braided the hair back and all. What was the purpose of having this shit come around this way when you're already controlling the hairline? You can just make it however you want. You have the money to get the wig made the correct way. What the fuck was this shit that your stylist got from one of the homegirls that work at the swap meet on the weekends? I said, oh my God. And it was all PC in the back. Oh my God. It was terrible. I was like, oh my God, you look so bad. When Monique got there, Monique was like, yeah, so my braids was connected to my head and Karen braided her wig. I could not stop laughing. I said, I think Karen is the one that did them damn braids. Oh my God. Then who gets there next would be Katie. And you know, of course, everybody's just sort of like, oh, Katie. You know, this is Monique's first round with her. And Karen's first round, you know, this second time around. So, you know, she's all hugging on Karen. And Karen's just like, oh, when Katie is on, she's on. But when she's off, she's really off. The rest of the girls all get there except for who? Poor Robin. Okay, she's still at the house, still trying to get herself together. They was like, that child is gonna be late to her own fucking funeral. When they was on the bus, you know, and they was doing their little small talk, Ashley and Candiace was talking to Monique about her being pregnant and how Candiace is not ready and, you know, that she just feels like, you know, she wouldn't know what to do. And Monique was like, yeah, but you're never really ready. Until you just do it, you just do it. And Candiace was like, yeah, I need like a practice time. And Ashley says, you mean with your mom? And she was like, no, not with my mom. Like, bitch, you need to worry about your man over there wanting to suck somebody's dick instead of sitting up here trying to figure out what the hell going on with me and my mama. So you already know there's a little tension there with Ashley and Candiace already starting. And then Gizelle, when she was on the bus, was going to say that she's upset about Karen telling the girl about her business and not telling her. Like I said, Gizelle just want to be mad. Okay, so we got all this swirling around when they get on the plane and taking it off to New Orleans. But hey, the gang's all there. Let's get on to the Big Easy. So they make it there, and of course they get all their bags and everything, and now they get on another bus, or van I should say, shuttle, that's going to take them to their hotel. And when they get to their hotel, and they're checking in, you know, the concierge lets Gizelle know that she's got the presidential suite, you know, and it's 2 rooms. So who's the other person that she wants to have in the room with her? You better don't take that old crazy Katie, because it's always best to keep the food close. Katie's all touched like, really, Gizelle? Yes, really. Okay, and they go and show the room. The room is really big, really beautiful, really, really nice. What did Gizelle call herself? The Creole Queen. And then the rest of the women, we see them settling into their rooms, and you know, everybody's talking to their spouses. Monique's talking to Chris, and I think Ashley is talking to Michael. And then wasn't it funny when Juan and Robin was talking? She's saying how she got settled in and everything. And when she's getting off the phone, she's like, well, I love you. And he was just like, hey, put that down. And she was just like, I love you. She said it 3 times. I was just like, womp, 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 womp. Damn, Juan was ignoring her, and I guess he thought she was just gonna stop saying it, but she couldn't stop at this point because she was on camera, and you knew they was gonna put that in there. It took her 3 times before he said, I love you too, and laughed. I was just like, oh, those 2 relationship is so, I mean, it will always, I mean, doesn't, she don't, I guess she just, okay. And child, when we saw Karen talking to Uncle Jessup, why did I think Uncle Jessup was Peter Thomas? I was just like, now Karen, what you doing on the phone? Didn't he look like him on the damn FaceTime? Child, Uncle Jessup was just like, don't party too much. No, I'm really not in a partying mood. So I guess everybody gets changed, and Gizelle has signed them up for a cooking class, okay? New Orleans style. Basically, it's a crawfish boil. So they're like, suck the head and twist it and do all of this. Crawfish is not my thing. I love the meat of crawfish, but it's too much fucking work for all that. Your hands be sore and red and shit after being poked by these little tentacles and shit. Nigga, just give me a crab. I can't be fucking with this little tiny ass crawfish. If you get a nice size, now I've had some nice size crawfish, alright, but still, it's just too easy to just get a crab. Why I'm fucking with this tail? But anyway, the man is there. He wants to give them a lesson. It's going to be 3 teams. We don't see how they break off into the teams, but everybody puts their aprons on, and I guess it's just fun, just for the girls to just have some time to relax and loosen up around each other with some good food. And so after they finish, they sit down, and okay, Gizelle thanks everybody for coming. She tells Karen, thanks so much for coming to Ubiquitous. How it was important to her business when she was trying to get into Target, and the girls are all sitting there listening to her. Karen starts to go. Gizelle was like, so why are you laughing?
Why am I laughing? Because the food is good. I'm happy.
I was like, damn, a bitch can't laugh. I mean, we having a good time here? Gizelle got Karen in her crosshairs again. So then she goes on to explain how the lady helped her get into Target.
Yes, Gizelle, I wanted to thank you. That was very sweet of you. I appreciate that.
Gizelle goes on to explain how the lady, asked all of the pertinent questions that she needed to ask Karen about, possibly helping her get her brand off the ground as well. And I've been asking you these same questions for 2 years.
Well, I'm finally at a place where I can talk about it now.
Gizelle was like, wait a minute, can I finish? Karen was shocked.
Wait a minute, what's happening here?
Gizelle got a bone to pick with you. Gizelle goes on to say, when I was just at your house, you wasn't telling me anything. Karen was just like, first of all, where is all this coming from? Like, what are you talking about?
Gizelle, you weren't happy with the answers that I gave you in my home.
But you know what? Fuck this. Karen starts taking off her apron. Gizelle is still trying to plead her case, and Karen's just like,
sweetheart, I need you to receive this. The projects that I have are business that are private. Friendship is friendship. That's for me.
Gizelle says you need to open up a little bit. And she says,
I think I have. If you were truly trying to be a friend to me, let's just work on the friendship. Why try talking about the project that's going on?
Gizelle was like, but do you want to be my friend? I said, girl, by this point, no. Karen, why are you even entertaining this foolishness? Because this is stupid for her to be sitting up here fussing at you about.
First of all, Gizelle, I came here to support you. You invited me here so that I could be here for you. You made it a point, now you're going to bring it to the group like it's a problem, how I responded.
Gizelle says that she felt like the point was that her and Karen are friends. And Karen was just like, you know what, that's not true. That's not true, but if that's how you feel, fine. See, this is exactly why you didn't even need to try to be there for Gizelle's ass. Because the bitch can flip in 2.2 seconds. Like, what's all this? I wanted to be your friends. Now you upset because the woman is talking about her business to a potential business partner. Has nothing to do with you. So, you know what? Just Karen gets up like, you know what? I'm out.
See, this is exactly why I don't trust your ass. This was a full-blown attack coming out of left field, trying to demand something out of me that she does not deserve.
For all of that talk about wanting to be my friend and all that, it was just bullshit. And it was. Gizelle just wanted to be able to have another one of these moments. And she got it. Okay? And I guess we had to learn the hard way. That's Joe being silly at my window. See what happens when I don't do videos at the house, because niggas always want to come and interrupt.
I don't have no haircut, so don't put me on there. I'm about to get my haircut today, so you can give me a couple dollars.
Okay, Joe, let me finish.
Give me a couple dollars to get my haircut.
We'll discuss after I finish. You smell like corn nuts. What is that you're eating?
What you think? It's corn nuts.
Is it corn nuts?
Yeah.
I'm going to break your teeth up. Okay, let me finish this, and let me finish.
Nah, you wanted to interrupt me while I was doing my job. I was doing my job.
Anyway, that's how the show ended, you guys.
All right now, Chuck. You be blessed, all right?
All right, you guys, so that's it. I'm going to get off of here and get going with the rest of my day. I hope you guys all have a very safe and wonderful Memorial Day. Like I said, if you are a part of the armed forces, military personnel, we appreciate you guys all so much, men and women. out there all over this world. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.